Here we go. We have a beautiful graph on our paper, and our job is to write the equation of the polynomial from its picture. So where do we begin? Well, we want to name our polynomial. Maybe we call it y, f of x, franc, whatever. Y equals. Now, my end behavior is up and up. I know when I'm all is said and done, I should have an even degree and a positive leading term. And I don't know my y values here, so the leading coefficient, we're going to just use a 1. Okay. We're going to go with factored form. If -3 is a 0, what was the factor? X equals -3, add that 3 back, x plus 3. This also appears to be cutting through quite straight, so I'm going to go and call it a linear factor and use a multiplicity of 1. So I'm not going to write anything there. Next, this one also cuts quite straight through. I know there is a bend here, but that bend is not happening at the 0. Remember, when you're looking at the behavior at the 0, you kind of ignore everything else and you just look really close and you're like, okay, what does it look like going on there? Looks pretty straight to me, so pretty linear. So if you want to put x minus 0 to the first, go nuts. I'm just going to put an x. In fact, I'm going to pull it all the way out front in the next step. Next, we have a 0 at positive 1. In the parentheses, we will have x minus 1 in that case, and it looks like it's behaving quite like a quadratic at that 0, so we will use a multiplicity of 2. X minus 2 and squared. Now, if the directions are only write an equation, well, you're done. If you wanted to clean it up a little, maybe you put x in front, x plus 3, and x minus 2 squared. That's also fine. That would be factored form. However, more often than not, we do want to see you put it into standard form. So you want to make sure you do that correctly. You absolutely do not just randomly square each of those things. That will send your teacher to the hospital. Y equals, we're going to start expanding with this. I'll distribute x to that. I get x squared plus 3x. And here I'm really dealing with x minus 2 and x minus 2. Something times itself. If we use distribution or the mnemonic device FOIL, first times first, x squared. Outer, some of you have no idea what FOIL stands for still. I've explained it so many times and you're at least in Algebra 2. Can we focus our brains and get it together, right? Come on, guys. We got this. FOIL, it's 4 letters to spell out the first letter of the word of the step you're kind of doing, but you do you. Okay. Minus 2x in the outer, minus 2x in the inner, last times last plus 4, right? X squared minus 4x plus 4, and we still have that x squared plus 3x hanging out right there. Okay, we're doing great. Amazing. Best you've ever done. Now, we're going to take the x squared. We're going to multiply it by 1, 2, and 3. And some of you don't do this right. If you think I might be talking to you, I probably am. Guys, you multiply it by these 3. You keep moving in the same line. You're going to get 6 terms in one line. Then we tack on to the end 3 more. We do this to all 3. You do not multiply this by what you just got. No one ever showed you that. But every year, I have students who make that up. No one ever did that. Please don't do that. Please stop. Please think about what you do. Don't do that. So y equals, I'm just going to move myself over. X squared going all 3. We get x to the 4 minus 4x to the 3rd plus 4x squared. Lovely. Now positive 3x times this is plus 3x cubed. I'm going to put that right under here. I'm stacking it to combine like terms. You could put it next to it. You mess up combining like terms when you guys do that. Minus 12x squared, I'll put it under here. Plus 12x, I'll stick that right here at the end. Final answer, ladies and gentlemen, x to the 4th minus x to the 3rd minus 8x squared plus 12x. Beautiful. I hope you were able to do this one. It wasn't so bad. I know expanding that other one into standard form from that earlier example with that x plus 1 to the 5th or whatever, kind of a nightmare. My bad. I thought it was the 3rd. so big. But this right here, more on pace with what you could expect to see. But I will, at a later moment when I have some time, record the expanding of that other one so you could see if you did that right. That would be incredible. I'd be so proud of you. And in the meantime, like I mentioned in the last video, if you watched it, I have tons of videos about polynomials. We have lots of solving polynomial equation videos over there. I have tons of graphing polynomials, division of polynomials. You can just dig through those playlists, find what you need, and I hope that you feel more confident with all of this material, okay? Good job. Have a good night or day, whatever. Bye.